Welcome to Season 2 of the Deer Camp Chronicles, presented by Siman Brothers Outdoors and the Deer Shop Podcast. Last year, we kicked off our season in early September with Ethan taking multiple trips to the state of Kentucky. Hunting a mixture of public and private land, Ethan had some great encounters with both velvet and hardhorn bucks, but was unable to seal the deal before Ohio's season opened up. Excitement levels were extremely high for the archery opener in our home state. We had spent the summer preparing, planning plots, hanging stands, running cameras, and road scouting. We had an above-average hit list built up, and as always started off the season with the Deer Shop party. That opening night was one of our most eventful openers in recent memory. Luke encountered his number one shooter. Isaac had two mature bucks work the field in front of him, and Nick and myself encountered a buck that just wasn't quite what we were looking for age class-wise. It was a great night of filming whitetails and a perfect kickoff to our season. The following weeks were full of great encounters. Nick and myself filmed multiple 3-year-old bucks on his lease. He was able to take a doe for the freezer early on. Brothers Ryan and Alex made the 5-year bone bet, and Gore and myself made our first trip to his new Southern Ohio hunting camp. I was able to get into the woods a few times myself and had multiple encounters with mature bucks. Ethan was able to have his first good buck encounter in Ohio as well, as we were all benefiting from a second crop soybeans that were still green. As October rolled on, we experienced the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Tyler made a marginal hit on a legendary buck we called the Zoo Buck, and even with the help of a tracking dog, we were unable to make a recovery. Luke was able to start off the buck killing for the group in the most epic way, taking his number one hit lister, a buck named Split that he had 3 years of history with. It was an incredible night that was almost taken to the next level, as Ethan had a last light encounter with another shooter buck but was unable to take the shot due to legal light fading. The next week we hit the road for Indiana in our annual public land deer camp, shared this year with Born Again Bowhunting and Man Over Beast. Hot weather made for an extremely slow hunting trip, but the deer camp atmosphere is what we live for, and as always had a great time. Returning from Indiana, we were blessed with cold weather and a great stretch of running activity. Mr. Automatic Ryan Kasich was able to take a 160-inch slammer of a buck, his 6th straight with archery equipment. I started my string of all-day sits, encountering multiple mature bucks, including one I would have tried to kill, given the opportunity. But bow hunting can be fickle, and I wasn't comfortable with the 45-yard shot through the thick woods. Thanksgiving week arrived, and with it the time-honored tradition of deer camp at the Gore family's West Virginia farm. This is the trip we look forward to the most every year, as the traditional style rifle camp is the backbone of the Deer Camp Chronicles series. And as always, we had a blast the weekend before the opener in camp, but the hunting action was below average, and we came home with only a few raghorns in the truck. The following week in Ohio was also full of its own traditions, as the gun season opens that Monday. Little Anthony Argerach has killed his first buck, a beauty of an 11-point. Isaac killed his biggest buck ever, a deer we call the Northside 9. And the end of the week traditional deer drives were also eventful, with Matt taking a 10-pointer himself. Post-gun season in Ohio can be a great time to hunt if you get the right weather. I was in a lockdown, drag-out battle with a buck we called the Wolf, a mature 10-point who we've been having encounters with for the last 2 seasons. And Nick Schlau was able to take advantage of the snow and cold by killing his second 150, a deer we aptly named the Blizzard Buck. The final weeks of the season came with their ups and downs. My hunt for the wolf proved to be futile. We had a few misses on film and a few hits as well, and we were able to fill the freezers during the final week, a fitting end to the marathon that we call deer season here in Ohio. With the season over, we turned our sights to one of our favorite pastimes, shed hunting.
Oh man, what a shame. What a shame. Drop tine starting. Bunch of junk. hole in him. I mean, that's a shame. Damn, that's a shame. Made a find, finally. Probably the 5 mile mark for today. Getting ready to pack it in and be done, but I found a good one. It looks like, I mean, it is an old shed. So it's not from this year. I'll have to do some further looking to see what buck it's off of. Super old. Nasty, actually. The downside to shed hunting. Is finding these beautiful up and coming bucks dead. Interesting looking deer. We could probably, I'll be able to eventually figure out what deer it is, because it's kind of unique, but
our shed hunting season this year was disappointing compared to the standard we usually hold ourselves to. We found an alarming number of dead bucks, and the hit list antlers we were after just couldn't be found. There was one set we were looking for harder than the rest, and as fate would have it, we finally caught a break.
talk about no challenge required whatsoever. There's number one. Man, it's heavy.
He's got more mass than I thought.
Yeah, he's got a good mass. And here's number two. He's compact for sure. Real compact, but that mass is better than I thought it was.
Yeah, what do you think he scores?
I mean, we'll find out. We'll tape him. Give him a little modest spread. They licked the pedicles clean. That's what this one fell off maybe 3 or 4 days ago, and this one the day after, but they kicked this thing around. It went at least 4 feet. It was over there, somewhere over there, and the raccoons and the deer were licking and kicking at the pedicle and moved them all around. But
Beautiful.
there's that. Man, I put in 5 days looking for these antlers, and they just find them right here in our food plot.
After sharing on the Mobile Hunters United Facebook group and winning the annual photo contest, this buck finally got a name after 3 years of history. We will be keeping a close eye on the wolf as the 24 season progresses. With the temperatures rising and the days getting longer, the crew dove headfirst into our annual spring turkey tour. We started a new series, the Deer Camp Chronicles, and found success in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Kentucky. We tried something a little different this year with our food plots. For years we have been a big supporter of fall plantings and have had a lot of success with establishing clovers and using nurse crops to mitigate browse pressure. This year we reset the home farm and did a spring planting of chicory, and it turned out great, even with the historic droughts that plague the Ohio Valley. As we enter the dog days of summer, there was only one thing on our minds: the velvet rut. Every year we spend the evenings of July and August driving the back roads and trying to catch a glimpse of the bucks we plan on hunting in the fall. A big part of the enjoyment we get out of chasing whitetails is the years we spend getting to know specific bucks. They become almost like old friends, and the anticipation of seeing them grow year after year is like a drug. During one mid-July road trip, I found exactly who I was looking for. This incredibly unique mature whitetail we call Megatron and I go back a long ways, as we've been having encounters during the rut for years, including 3 misses during gun season last year. He doesn't live on our farm, and only makes appearances during the peak of the rut, but knowing he's alive helps make those 4 a.m. wake-ups a little easier. Another buck that has caught our eye is a beautiful 8 we call the Deer Drive buck. I passed him last year at 10 steps during the Ohio gun season, and his presence is a great insurance policy if we end up in the same situation as last year. Unfortunately, we were unable to lay eyes on the wolf this summer, as the crop rotation of corn made glassing his home range difficult. But on the final day of July, he took a trip through the farm, letting us know he will be back in the fall, justifying all the work we've done to even the playing field with this great, old, mature whitetail. As fall approached, we got back on the tractor and worked on some late-season food plots. Having diverse food options for the deer in the fall is key in this nutrient-rich environment of Northeast Ohio. We are a state that allows baiting, but we try to utilize the option as little as possible due to health concerns for the wildlife, namely the wild turkeys. We started yet another new series this summer, the Family Dream Farm, to showcase all of our habitat improvements that we made. Getting boots on the ground out of state is a key to success. So as August drew to a close, Ethan hit the road for Kentucky to prepare our private farm for the September opener.
Alright guys, it is August 7th. That means it's 1 month before the September opener of Kentucky. And I am headed south. I'm going to hang some stands, hanging 3 setups, doing some scouting, seeing where the deer come out in these ag fields in the evening and morning, and then hanging stands accordingly. But first, I am stopping at Premier Outdoors to pick up some more Wise Eye cams. That's what we switched to this year. We're liking it, and I'm picking up 2 more for the Kentucky farm. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm loaded down with sticks, stands, saddles, cameras, spotting scopes, everything you could ever imagine. Alright guys, just got to the spot in Kentucky. Got some good green beans back there. I drove by on the highway. You can hear the highway in the background. And I saw some deer out in the far field where I killed my turkey in the spring. But got my drone, got my camera, got the lens, chair. I'm gonna go scout and see what I can get a hold of this evening. You know, there's some good bucks in the area. I've been running the camp since turkey season, so there's some good deer here. But I want definitive answers on where they're going, where they're feeding, how they're coming out, where they're coming out at, and we're gonna set some stands in the morning and get it done. Stay tuned. Finish up wrapping up glassing here, and very, very eventful night. Saw a lot of things that I liked. Some good deer. I'm watching the fog roll in. This is pretty crazy. I'm in a bottom here, and I used to be able to see, I showed you guys in the video, all the way over there in that corner. Now I can hardly see 7 yards. There's bucks right inside the fog right there. I'm getting some time lapse of it. Should look pretty cool, but pretty excited. Alright guys, I'm already sweating like a fool, but I'm getting my new, well, replenishing the lick that I've had down here since turkey season. Hanging a new camera. I got the Eye Mini 2 here. Gonna try to select a stand location for this corner. It's gonna be probably pretty difficult. I got my stand hung right over there, probably about 70 yards that way, tucked in the woods a little bit, 15 yards. Got the Eye set up on the bean field. See what's coming. All right, guys, I'm gonna hang one more double set because that's a single set, and I have a single set set up for my saddle. One more double set, 2 more cameras, and then I'm done. So out here, hang stands. Got a double set up, filmer, hunter. Right over these beans where I watched these deer out this morning and last night. Time to go correct my saddle setup and then move one camera, and then I'm out of here. Got another 5-hour drive home and see if I can be home before 7. So let's go.
Chris and myself made our own scouting trip to his cabin in West Virginia the following week.
Look at his shirt. Look at his shirt.
Mom's shirt. Hey, man.
Hey, bub. Hi. Oh, it don't look too bad.
It looked really bad when it first happened. It was all blue.
What shirt are you wearing?
A work shirt?
Why is it gonna take you to jail?
Good thing they didn't check my truck. I had guns in the bag.
Well, let's load your stuff up, sir. Kevin tore the road, or Steve tore the road all up with a bulldozer.
Not a bad trip. It only cost us 1 truck. 1 truck down.
Yeah, so if you're watching this video, you probably thought that we were heading to West Virginia to do some deer camp modifications and get ready. But we had to take a detour and stop in Ohio at the Ohio camp because Big Chris decided he was going to total his truck on the way down. So we had to go on a rescue mission.
It's not funny, man.
It's not funny, but it is funny.
It is.
Damn deer. It's more reason why we need to kill more deer. But we're gonna unload Big Chris's stuff here, hang out for a minute, and then hit the dusty trail for West Virginia. And gosh, hopefully we're there by 2 or 3.
Now you have a 4-wheeler though. We did get
Little Chris is extremely happy because yes, now we have a 4-wheeler. We don't have to walk. We could have just took mine. I don't know why we didn't think of doing that, but. Hello. What's this?
Hey, from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical wing spray.
Most severe drought this area of West Virginia has ever had, and we show up and it's thunderstorming. This is the way it goes for us no matter what. Just don't get stuck. Stay high, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it right here. Well, the postponing of our walking up the mountain is over. Got the cabin kind of cleaned up, got the air conditioning ripping. And now me and Chris
I'm already tired.
have to start going and doing some manual labor.
My legs hurt.
We're gonna set up a cell camera and check a couple of Spaniel's regular trail cameras and find a place for him to put a tree stand. And this is where we're going. To the very top of that. It's a shorter hill. It's not the whole 450 feet, but it's about 300 plus. Straight up and down and wet leaves. Gonna be a lot of fun. Whew. So one thing that we didn't touch on yet on the way down, I don't believe, is this area of West Virginia has historic drought right now. And of course it's thunderstorming and raining, pouring, and we're getting soaked. But there's been a historic drought. I've seen online that there's been some worries about EHD in the area. And the last time Chris's dad was down here, June? Was it June?
I think so.
He found a dead deer in the creek down here. It was actually in an old cabin dead alongside the creek. And then we just left the cabin now and we smell a dead deer. We didn't see it. We're gonna walk the creek later when we set up some other cameras in that area, but I'm worried about the EHD in the area, and the fact that I already smell something dead right off the rip is not good. So we'll keep you updated.
Helping him walk.
That's always a good sign. We love our turtles.
He's like, I just made it down there.
He's actually very active.
He is. He wants to go back down.
Look
It took him 4 days to get down there, and I just
look at him go. That dude's moving. So we find lots of turtles down here. We always collect the dead shells if we find dead shells, but they usually hide from us. That guy was out of his shell and active. Wanted to hang out with Chris. He liked you, buddy.
That's because he's slow like me.
There's another one.
They're out now.
See, that one's hiding. This is a big one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, little buddy.
If we were hunting turtles, we'd be freaking over the limit.
Well, that's 3 box turtles on the same deer trail. We're gonna have to rename this place Turtle Mountain. That's crazy. Nice modifications. You all right?
Oh yeah.
I'll check underneath that for sheds, for sure. Well, first mountain climb was a success. We found both cameras. Both of them still had battery power. Actually, they're still showing full battery. And we were able to put up a Wise Eye cell camera, as you saw in the quick montage there. But I wasn't able to get the security box in. We bought security boxes and screws, and I stripped out the screwdriver trying to put it on the tree. So when we come back next time, it'll be drill. Let's bring an impact. But this side was a success. We're gonna dip down to the next shelf to walk back, and I want to check for beds and sheds and stuff on the way back to the cabin. But part 1 is done. All right, we made it up to the second mountain. 4-wheeler trail was open, and second Wise Eye is deployed. So we now have 2 cell cameras in West Virginia. This is a historic day, Chris. Historic.
Yes, indeed.
Cell cameras in the middle of nowhere.
We're living in the future.
It's getting darker, more storms are rolling in, so we're gonna wrap this up as quick as we can.
You know, and
It's actually better than what it was.
oh yeah. And
Some of those spots were fucking deep ruts. You get in there and you're tipping over.
yeah, what was going to tell you? We got service here on the facility. You guys probably don't get it around there up through here. They're crazy.
I'm hungry.
Spent all night talking to the neighbor.
Dude, had us drinking Fireball all I could think about was steaks, and he wants to drink Fireball for 2 hours.
I mean, John, you're a great guy if you're watching.
Yeah, John, I'd drink Fireball with you any night.
A little bit late. We got off the mountain, got rained on, thunderstorms.
A little wet.
We're about to check about half the cameras. Not all of them, half of them. Pretty excited. Haven't checked them since November. It's August.
Let's see what we got going on here.
One more look at these bad boys. Oh, wow. Man.
Oh, shit. Almost lost it, man.
That would have been bad.
Almost lost it.
That would have been bad.
That would have been real bad.
Would have been big mad. Morning of day 2 down here at the Camp Gore. We did nothing last night after eating steaks because we were so damn tired. We watched The Wolf of Wall Street and went to bed. Chris is snoring within 5 minutes. So.
Me snoring.
Oh yeah.
You were snoring.
You were snoring during the movie. We got 2 stands to mess with today and about 6 more cameras to check. We're going to clean out the storage closet and then we're going to hit the road back to Ohio. And next weekend, I'll be hunting deer in Kentucky.
Kentucky.
It's crazy to think it's that soon. No shortage of these bad boys.
I'd be eating good.
It's turtle number 4.
So many turtles.
Let's go, little buddy.
I like turtles.
I'll put you down. Battery's about toasted or something. Look how deep that is. This is our newest lick. I think it's about 3 years old now, though. The deer have been killing it, obviously. They dug this huge hole. We had 50 to 100 pounds of mineral a year. We keep our camera because of the damn bears way up high in the tree. But they still try. There's some claw marks there. Some claw marks there. They didn't get to it, though. They gave her hell, but they didn't get to it, so. Old camera stealer Mordu ain't gonna be able to take this one, hopefully. All right, let's go move a stand.
Let's go move a stand. What you got there?
Number 5. Little buddy's hiding.
There is.
He's got a colorful shell.
It's
Man, there is no shortage of these box turtles down here.
No.
This is the most we've ever found in one trip, by far. 5.
Just a little guy.
All kinds of jungle critters, huh?
Yeah. That's for sure.
Lizards and turtles.
Dude. Oh, that's not deep at all.
No. But it's cool.
Not deep at all.
The Great West Virginia Arch. Our very first ever original camera spots right there. The camera that was here finally died years ago. That's a good spot. Well, this is the tree it was always on. Splintered. Trying to do an interview up here.
Oh, my bad.
Tree splintered. And there's that. I don't know what that is. Because I thought we had stopped running this and it wasn't working, but I guess we left it here, or I don't know what happened. That's the Mountain Monster camera. We've had him on there 4 years in a row. Hopefully he's on there in velvet this year, which would be 5. We will see. Deer's a legend around here. He's a ghost. We've only seen him hunting one time. Matt missed him during gun season. Other than that, he's on our trail cameras all over the place and just a ghost. 150 class hill country monster. Chris, you ready to head back down?
Yep.
You done up here?
Yep.
We're going down. All right, guys. We hope you enjoyed this pilot episode of the Deer Camp Chronicles for 2024. I promise you, on the next episode, we will be hunting deer in Kentucky. There will be hunting.
Not me.
Kentucky. Bye, cabin.
Bye, kid.
Bye, cabin.
Guess we're good to go.
Got ourselves an escort.
Let's go, bub.
With the stage now set in Kentucky and West Virginia, we made sure everything back in Ohio was ready to go over the next few weeks. Food plots were growing, stands were getting hung, and trail cameras were collecting data.
Stand hanging.
In a few short weeks, the summer vacation will be over, and everything we do for the rest of the year will revolve around deer hunting. We hope you enjoyed this season premiere of Deer Camp Chronicles. Next week, we'll be hunting the Kentucky opener.